Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us on this memorable day. Tom didn't give us a time for how long this speech should be, so I figured I'd just play it safe, go for an hour, and just make yourselves comfortable.
If there's anybody out there who's feeling nervous today, a bit apprehensive, queasy at the thought of what lies ahead, probably because you've just married Tom.
We're speaking from the heart today, and we promise we got nothing from our speech off the internet. We'll talk honestly and openly about insert name of bride and groom here.
We are here to celebrate with two of the most incredible people that you could ever wish to meet.
Two people who are both beautiful inside and out. People who are loved and cherished by everyone.
Two people who are truly amazing, and they're the reason that today is so special.
So let's start by raising a glass to the best men.
For those of you that don't know us, I'm Matt, and this is Joe.
We met Tom about 4 years ago, working up the road in the kitchen at Forrester's.
Yeah.
In a short time, an amazing friendship developed. It usually consisted of silly little immature jokes, usually at the expense of one of us. But the best way to describe our friendship with Tom would be to explain our relationship with milk.
One busy evening at work, we'd been mistakenly delivered pints and pints of milk that were going out of date and we couldn't possibly use. So, me and Tom did what any two sensible adults would do, and we challenged each other who could drink more milk before the service started. After we both got through a 4-pint bottle each, it was one of the most painful services of my life. I was left in the kitchen a lot that night because Tom spent most of the evening on the toilet.
And then one night out, when Joe was our designated driver, he went to the bar to get the first round in. He came back with 2 pints of beer and 1 pint of milk for himself.
One time, we each downed a pint of milk in a Wetherspoons, and a lady on the table next to us asked us what drink it was. When we told her it was simply milk, she didn't believe us, and went up to the bar to ask the barman what it was. She really didn't believe that there were 3 grown men on a night out downing pints of milk.
Right, if you're out for a meal with us 3, you never know when the milks might arrive at the table.
Another time, we played McDonald's roulette, a game we made where we each choose a meal for another person from the McDonald's menu. Matt, knowing that I was really hungry, got me a salad. Me, knowing that Tom had been struggling to sleep and was at work at 6 a.m. the following morning, got him a double espresso.
Tom, being the comedian that he is, decided to get me 10 bottles of milk.
I drank most of those bottles. What was it, 8 or 9? I did alright.
Pretty impressive. I think we got 2 out.
When the stag do came around in Munich, we were playing pub golf, and there was only one drink that we had to have at the first pub: milk.
It wasn't easy finding 5 pints of milk in German beer halls, but after some serious work, we got the 5 pints in.
However, there may have been some translation issues, because it wasn't until we'd said cheers and downed the milk, we realised it was actually cream.
Sweet and cream as well.
Room temperature.
There are some stories that we could tell you about our friendship that don't include milk, but as we've only known Tom for a few years, we went to his mum, Anne, to find out some stories about his childhood that we could potentially mention in his speech.
Anne told me about the time she went to pick up Tom from Busybody's nursery. Tom and his friend Nathan had given each other a haircut. Anne described the haircuts as asymmetrical.
Tom, however, loved his hair, and he loved it so much that he still, to this day, gets his hair cut at the local nursery.
As some of you may know, being a chef can be very stressful. One time after work, I suggested the 3 of us stand in a circle, hug, jump up and down, and sing a song by Romanian twin sisters Gabriella and Monica. You know, just to lift the spirits.
To commemorate that moment, Joe has written a poem for us that he's now going to read.
This is a bit emotional. Never ever ask, where do you go? Never ever ask, what do you do? I never ever ask what's in your mind. I never ever ask if you'll be mine. Come and smile. Touch my bum. Don't be shy. This is life. We are the cheeky girls. We are the cheeky girls. You are the cheeky boys. Myself, Matthew, Thomas, we are the cheeky boys. Thank you for listening.
We're absolutely honoured that Tom has trusted us to do this today. Not only to be his best man, but to give this speech. He was a little bit apprehensive that we might cause a bit of trouble, or make a joke that might be slightly too inappropriate. But then unfortunately for him, he realised that we were his only friends.
It very much reminds me of the time he first introduced us to his now wife, in that little lodge up the road. He knew we'd be nice, but the little grin we had on our faces when he asked us to come down and meet her, you could tell what was going through his head.
But luckily for Tom, we behaved ourselves, we put our silly jokes on hold, and we gave Siobhan the greeting that Tom would have wanted.
I don't think you said a word, did you? You were absolutely
I remember being so nervous to meet her. I know how much she meant to Tom, and how happy he was because of her. I really hoped she'd pass the test and be good enough for our best mate, and of course, she was.
We were delighted that Tom had finally found the love of his life. However, it did come with a catch for us, and that was that our best mate would be leaving us to move to Bourne.
It was the end of an era. 3 best mates being separated so one of them could go and be with his soulmate. It was a hard goodbye, and although we'd lost our head chef and our best mate, we knew nothing could break the bond the 3 of us had. Sure, we may have lost our buddy to the world of happily ever afters, but seeing the joy in his eyes, we couldn't be happier for him. To our friend. May your new journey be filled with the same laughter, adventures and camaraderie that we've shared. The happiness that has filled his life since he met Siobhan is remarkable. There isn't a more perfect, kind, beautiful and intelligent woman we'd rather take our Tom away from us. As I did on that night that we met, I again thank you, Siobhan, for making Tom so happy.
Joe and I genuinely couldn't be happier for the both of you, and we're both buzzing that you chose us to do this today. Tom and Siobhan, you are a perfect match, and we're very, very grateful to you, Siobhan, for making our Tom complete. Our best mate may be further away from us these days, but we couldn't be happier for him to have found the one. Seeing how happy you both are brings us a world of joy, even if we miss you from time to time. Thomas,
we love you. Please join us in raising the glass, the bride and groom, and the amazing future that lies ahead. The bride and groom.